Well, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's here. He's here. And so are you. And thank you for that, everyone. Thank you for joining me, whichever platform you're on. I'd like to think that we're on quite a few of them at the moment. Bear with me just while we sort out some technical things here, which is actually, yeah, hopefully that's worked now and it won't cause us any problems going and getting on with this live broadcast. How are you people? I'm looking at Periscope right now and seeing that Brinda's there along with probably nobody and a few other people as well. Fantabulous. You might be joining us on YouTube or Facebook Live, possibly on Mixer.com or twitch.tv, but right now certainly we'd like to see you on Periscope, Facebook or YouTube. We're doing quite well on those platforms. No comments just yet. What's going on, please? Don't forget, if you are watching on Periscope, then you can press the three dots in the corner of the screen at the bottom and you can follow me. Then you won't just catch this as you might be doing on the replay. And that means that you'll be notified and you can join in with everyone else with the chat as and when it happens here. And then, of course, what else is there to mention to you? Oh, yeah, of course, if you press the up arrow at the bottom in Periscope there on that app, you can share this out with all your connections and followers yourself. And that's good because then they can also enjoy the moment with us as well. What's going on here? I'm just pressing buttons like anything as always. Yeah, that's me, of course. Do I need any introduction? Not really right now because that's something for yesteryear, and those that know me now know me, and those that don't, well, it's there. And well, we'll get to know each other as time goes on, particularly if you stick with us and you're part of our community. I must just check in to see, let's see what's going on there with our technical good evening. Good evening. Is that Corolla? Possibly. I think it is. On YouTube. That's really good. Carolla's joining us, everyone, from Hurling, if she's at home during this broadcast. She's an hour ahead, which means that she's watching from the future on Sunday. That's right, the 29th of September. But as we are right now, and where I am right now in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, it is 16 minutes past, no, it's not, it's 17 minutes past 11 p.m. I was slightly delayed because I thought I'd left enough time to prepare for this. I have been working non-stop all day on some technical stuff, as I think I reported on our last broadcast, and I've got to tell you, it's going really well, and I'm glad I stuck with it. In fact, my technical mentor, shall we say, when it comes to IT, the man who runs On Call Media, .co.uk, check them out. Yeah, well, he sort of gave up 2/3 of the way through trying to set something up. I continued for the rest of the evening and succeeded, and it just meant that rather than put it all aside and then starting again tomorrow or sometime in the very near future, what only took me maybe 2 hours, the time I get back into it again on another day. You know what it's like when you leave something, sometimes better just to get on with it and finish it, even if it means you're going to be a bit delayed. But I thought I'd left enough time here to set up for this broadcast, our regular one, which usually happens at 11 p.m. UK time. And we kind of fouled, but hey, only by a few minutes. What is it, 5 minutes or so? So there you are. Better late than never, eh? So what's going on there? Hello, about time, says Brenda. She's on Periscope. We'll ignore her in that case. I'm all alone. Yes, Anthony Grim3. Hello to you. How was your day, sir? I've just explained that, as you're well aware. And indeed, Brenda says hello, JJ. And I've just explained. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? That's mad. You both of you. How was your day? From Corolla, who was on YouTube, and Brenda, who was on Periscope. We'll have to see who asked first and then who looked over at the chat, the newish chat there on the screen, and thought, oh, I'll copy that. I don't think so. I think it's just a big coincidence, and thank you for asking. How's your weekend been going so far, everyone? Me too, non-stop, not technical stuff though. No, I bet not, Brenda. Have you changed your profile picture on the platform, on the Periscope platform, because you know what? It's very strange, everyone. But first of all, people, when they're chatting on Periscope and you see the comments as you do here, your profile picture appears there, but it's kind of it's opaque somewhat, and I never really make a point focusing on the picture, but obviously it has an effect, because over the weeks and months I do remember the image somewhat, and then when it's changed, certainly you're aware about it. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Brenda's going to say, yeah, it has changed. And you know what I'm noticing? That still our on-screen chat here is only working on YouTube. Oh, that's okay. So that's my good enough excuse to ignore everyone on Periscope. Hey, lucky we got the old technology still here. The mobile, cell phone, and yeah, I'm having to now juggle between the two things. There I was thinking we'll just have to look at one lot of chat, but hey ho, there you go. Yeah, my USA hat. Thought you had something going on like that. Yeah, I thought it was a baseball cap. So now we know. Right, what are we going to talk about, everyone? You tell me. Pick a topic. Come on, for the next 30 seconds. Anything you like. Any AMA. Ask me anything. There you are. That's definitely. I'm sure that came from the United States of America, that acronym, because I've heard it more and more and more over the last sort of 5 years or so, certainly in the corporate sector. AMA, ask me anything, from the CEOs and management of certain corporations and companies. Carola is saying, hello, Brenda. And what's now the problem I've got? Oh, no, I haven't got a problem. Goodness me, look, I've just realised I don't need to have to. This is not as, you see, because here on the mobile digital device, the cell phone, mobile phone, when you check out Periscope, the problem I find is that the chat disappears after a while. But on the desktop version, no, it's much better. So, of course, if I press the magic button there and press that there, I think I'm going to hear myself back for a second or two. Oh, good, no, I'm not. Excellent. And there it is. Excellent. We're in business. Oh, better business. Right now I can, let's see if I can, now I'm going to be looking on both sides. Oh, goodness me. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do it? Carefully. And I know what I'm going to do. People, do bear with me. This will make all the difference for the next, for the foreseeable future, certainly during this broadcast. Let's put that there and see how we go now. And what I had to be careful of was my cuppa. You could probably just make out the steam coming. Can you see that? Hold on a sec. Can you see the steam? Just on the blue there in the background. Just, where is it? Look, on that, can you just see there? There's some, look, hang on a second. Close to the camera, maybe? Look at that. There is definitely steam still off the top of that cuppa. Right. Don't know if you'll pick it up there. It might just not be enough resolution to pick it up, but who knows? I think I saw it there. There on the broadcast. Fantabulous. Woohoo! Some steam indeed. It's getting steamy in these broadcasts, eh, Brenda? Hello, Gandhi Japandi. Thank you for joining us. How's your Saturday been as we broadcast? That's the day it's been here. I have to say that because some people will be watching on a Wednesday in 2023, summertime. I wonder what it's like right now for you, summertime 2020 or even 23 for that matter. But yeah, we need to get our crystal balls. We have to ask Patty. Speaking of which, the first thing we have to ask Patty is, where is Patty? That's Steve. I don't know whether it's. Hang on a second. Let's try again. I was going to just hold it below the camera and it looked like really weird there. Yeah, I can see steam coming off that cuppa. Going to hold it there, just push it, blow it towards the camera. How bizarre. Oh dear, small things please, eh? The cursor is on your forehead again. Thank you very much, Carola. Do you know something? I keep noting the point of the cursor. I don't mean literally, and oh dear, what a Freudian slip that is. I keep noticing the topic of the cursor being in the wrong place while I'm not broadcasting, and saying to myself, I wish, you see what it is, if you understand, you know how some computers have two screens, you can have dual screens on desktops, certainly. Well, that's effectively what's happening here. The computer here in front of me is the control computer that does all this wonderful stuff, you know, all the techie stuff, such as press a button here and then all of a sudden the chat disappears, but something else is in its place. Yeah, so that's that screen. The screen you're actually seeing it all on is the other screen. So what happens is, and I can't stop the mouse if I'm not conscious and I don't take care of where the mouse is on this control screen. I can just move the mouse when I sort of just set it down to rest. I could move the mouse, which obviously means that the cursor moves, and inadvertently it moves from the control screen over to the screen that's actually the display screen for the program you're watching, the broadcast you're watching, and that's what happens. So I can of course consciously move it over there. Now I can't see it until I can leave it there. I'm guessing it's somewhere now, somewhere around here, but it's on the other screen, and I'll only see it in a moment now when the replay catches up, because I'm about, like yourselves, about 20-25 seconds ish, give or take a few on the broadcast. Let's see what's going on there. And it's very not good, very not good. So I was thinking to myself, why can't the people who make the software produce it so that the mouse, it only can move on the one screen? Well, of course, they need it to move on the second screen for certain things, but there could be a little on-off switch, if you like, an option, so that when you're broadcasting, the mouse no longer moves over to the second screen. It's a really good idea, and I haven't even thought long enough about it to try and work out if there's a simple and obvious reason as to why they can't do that. Right, where's the mouse at the moment then? Where is it? Can you see where it is, everyone? Because I'm looking back at the replay, and the screen I'm looking at the moment isn't big. I can't. Who would have to play? Can we have to play Spot the Cursor? It's definitely on there, isn't it? Somewhere. It's on your vision now at the moment. It's back there somewhere. Where is it? Come on, where is it? Comment, and tell me where, please. And thank you for the continued hearts. If you're watching on Periscope, do just press the screen, just tap it gently on your mobile digital device and the hearts will appear. Come on then, let's have a report, please, on the one mouse for two screens. Oh, yes, absolutely, yes, because once you've told the computer there are two screens, then the mouse goes between the two. It's brilliant, though, if you are working in that way, because often you can open up multiple documents, and for office work, for anything, gaming particularly, is where you have your multiple screens. Yeah, where are we going? I think blue is your colour, Martin. Nice shirt. Thank you, Brenda. This is grey, actually. And do you know, I bought this when I was in Chicago. I wasn't in any old particular store. I just saw it, and in fact the store was closing down, and it was so affordable. I said to myself, do you know what, I'm in Chicago, it was humid at the time, and it's a long shirt, and it's a bit not, let's say, woolly, and I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to need this in Chicago, but for the price I thought I'm going to have it, and I bought it. And then before I knew it, I was staying in Chicago longer than I expected, and it was getting cold, so it was a good choice. It was one of the few tops that I had that had long sleeves and kept me warm. Right, now let's see, I'm going to have to move that over, and oh, hang on, Jeff's here. Quickly, let's move that in your hand. What's in my hand? What? Hang on, what's in it? What? I thought for a minute you were telling me that the mouse, now the cursor was on my hand. Anyway, the cursor's apparently gone now, I think. Brenda, hello. Jeff says hello to Brenda on Periscope. And of course, what we've got to remember to do is bring back the chat there. Certainly above the... Oh, thank you, Corolla. Was it? Well, I'm going to have to look back at that. And I've only just seen your comment there on YouTube, and we'll see it ongoing now that I've put the chat back there where it should be now. But I don't know why. Jeff's also going to be asking me, Martin, why is the chat for YouTube the only chat that's appearing on the screen? Jeff, I do not know. People, tell me what you've been doing this weekend, please. I haven't heard enough from the viewers that are watching on the various platforms. We're doing well. Do you know, at the moment we have one of those. Yes. Oh, this is looking good. Hang on. Is anyone watching on Mixer, possibly? Or on Twitch? That would be interesting to receive a comment or two. I know what I didn't do. I'm going to try and do something now. So excuse me, peoples, why the picture might go a bit sort of not funny, weird. Oh, hang on, the mouse. No, be careful, mouse. Let's see if we can do this. I wonder. Goodness me, all the fun and games. No, I'm not going to be able to do this. Not here. I'm going to have to. Never mind. While I mutter to myself, I'm waiting for you to sort of take the lead here, people, and answer the question, which was what you've been doing this weekend. What topic did you want to speak about, if anything? No one's really expressed an interest. I hope the sound doesn't go now suddenly. When I say go, if I've just opened up a browser on this computer, and if the sound is working on one of the tabs that's open, you know what happens, guys and girls. The sound will go back to you and you'll be like an echo and it will start going a bit crazy and stuff. I don't really want to wait around to see. So what I'm going to do is press that magic button. And Martin, not going to catch the broadcast as I can't be... Oh, you can't hear. Oh, I think Claire's being a party animal tonight. That's what she's... Oh, in fact, I know she is. Oh, thank you for the comment, Claire. When you do watch this, send a message. That's what we want to do. Claire Guppy has sent me a message on Facebook saying that she can't catch the broadcast this evening live, certainly. And that's because, well, she hasn't told me why, but I know from our mutual friend that she's having a good old party and knees up in the city of Chelmsford, actually. And Chelmsford is a place that I'm quite familiar with. And the reason it's a city, do you know why it's a city and not a town? Anyone going to tell me that? Right, I think I'm there now. That's good. I can finish what I was doing and not be distracted by, because we got on well there. Oh, hang on, what's that? What? Onzi Oinks says yes. Yes, no doubt. That probably says, dare I say, something like "screw you" in Russian, is it? I don't think that is Russian. What do you think, people? What language? So we only speak English here, and Australian and Amerikansky. They're the only three languages that feature on my resume. Getting back to you, above, yeah, that's right. What else have we got here? Working and sleeping. Hi, Claire. Oh, Claire can't even... Claire might be watching. She's probably not watching if she can't hear. I think she's sort of out... we're talking bars and clubbing and, socialising, because it is, after all, Saturday night. Yes. Grey looks blue. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely... I can see what you mean. It has got a bit of a blue sort of look to it. You're making me question... I don't even know why I did that. I think it might be bouncing off of the... behind us and in front. Who knows? Right, population. Well, of course, the population, the number of people that live in an area, is why a village becomes a town, and and that sort of. Well, that works. That's how it works. Is what I'm saying. You're right there. Obviously, that's why the name would change from, say, a settlement to a village, from a village to a town. But why in the UK is a place generally called a city? And it's not, obviously a city does have a large population, but there's something that defines a city. And that's what it twists my mind when I head over to the United States of America, because somewhere particularly like Los Angeles, I never forget, I started really realising how close each city is. The city limits. It's literally an area of maybe, I don't know, square miles. It could be like 5 square miles from there's one city and there's another one straight next to it. The thing about the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, certainly, between cities, you generally have not a void, but some space, some countryside, yeah? And then smaller towns and villages before you reach the next city. Whereas, as I said, in Los Angeles and California, it's completely different, the terminology of city. So what's going on here? Is anyone else... isn't Chelmsford the oldest city, or is it... Colchester. Well done you, by the way, for knowing it was one or the other. And yeah, absolutely. Colchester is the original capital city of England. The Romans made Colchester the capital city of England. Remember, I did mention to you guys and girls a little while ago, Colchester is where the nursery rhyme Humpty Dumpty originates from. The books tell us in one way or another. Some people say that it was because of a big cannon gun that was on the wall of the castle in Colchester, and it fell off the wall during the battle, and therefore that was actually called Humpty Dumpty. And of course, it fell off the wall, had a great fall, and all that Yeah. So, are we going to get the, oh, jealous, how fun. No, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. No, no, no. Yes, I wonder if anyone's got Jeff. Jeff, are you working hard there on Google Translate? Hope you are. By O in XZ. I won't translate that letter Z into any other pronunciation because I think we all understand that I'm using the Amerikansky kind of term. But I'm surprised Jeff isn't just crunching away there. The trouble is you can't easily replicate. I don't know if you can easily, I suppose actually yes, if you're on YouTube now, I suppose you could copy and then paste that into. Should we do that? Should we do that? Shall we do that? How can we? Yes, we can do this. Look, bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to leave the viewers on YouTube for a moment. So forgive me if you're saying anything on YouTube right now. Let's see. Let's just see. Oh, hang on. There goes my cursor again. It went across that that line from the first screen because I wasn't being as careful. So yeah, come on. Shouldn't really use this computer for anything other than the actual broadcast, guys and girls. And we'll press that magic button there. And we're almost, hang on a second, you're going to hear a funny noise now. Computer for anything other than broadcast, guys. Switch that noise off. Right, there we are. Oh, now you're going to love this, everyone. You are going to, hang on, can we, look, hang on, if I do that, in fact, oh, it's gone again. Do that. Now, forgive me if the video goes a bit slow. That's basically what the problem can be. But what we're going to do here, this will be interesting. Google Translate. Oh, this is fun, isn't it, everyone? Now check this out, because what I'm going to do is attempt here to bring on the screen what I'm doing. I wonder if we could do, well, I know we can do it. So one of those, we actually can. Yeah, excellent stuff. That there, and we can, how do we do this? Let's see what happens. Wowzers. Oh, I say, we've got to press that, we get a window there. This is very good. Do that there. And as if by magic, just got to remember what I think it was, that one there. It is. Oh, that is awesome. Jeff, you're going to like this. Stand by, Jeff. Stand by. We're going to have something happen here that's so good. Love it, love it. Oh dear. Hang on a sec. Dear, do that. This is the sort of, what I'm doing now is stuff, you see, it should be done before we go live. But of course, we didn't know we were going to do this, did we, people? So hang on, do that. Gonna love this, Jeff. Do a bit of that. All right, here we go then. One of those, that there, and it's not quite centered, but you know what? Right, I can do that. And now what you guys and girls can do is see what I'm doing. I do hope the sound's good. Look at that. Look. Oh, wow. Yes, but hey, so now if I just press that there and shove into there, that. There you go. Oh, fantabulous. Look, I can even highlight that. And if we go back to, now you know what was said earlier on by O in XZ. And what we could do as well, if I do that and do that, Martin can translate it for you there, back on the chat, which now should appear on the screen. This is mad. Hold on a second. Do that. Is it going to happen? Should do in a moment, I think. It should, shouldn't it? Yeah. Just under. There we go. Can you write my name on the refrigerator? The trouble is the refrigerator's not here. How'd you like that, guys and girls? Is that good for you? That's rather weird, rather spooky. That the technology is the power of what I'm actually. As you can hear, the surprise in my voice is quite an achievement. But yeah, the fact that we can do this while I'm speaking with you, and it's so accessible, all the functionality on here. Yeah, what, says Brenda? Do you mean pardon or do you mean what? I can't copy paste because I'm on Periscope and the Russian was on YouTube. You are cracking me up, you and Jeff and your techie talk. Should I stay here on Perry or move over to YouTube? Yeah, well, split yourself in two there, Brenda. Jeff must be eating dinner again. I'm reading these all in reverse, as you know. No, you know if you're on Periscope. Do you enjoy living where you do, or would you prefer living in London? Isn't sure. Yeah. Oh well, Brenda. Absolutely. It's an interesting point. There's a decision I have to make in the not too distant future, which is, was it the Beastie Boys? Should I stay or should I go? I think it was like an 80s track. But it was definitely the name of the track. I've got that right. And what's going to happen at the end of the year, beginning of next year? In the future, not the immediate future, I think London is calling more than anywhere at the moment, but there's a lot of travelling to be done, accomplished, partly to do with work and partly because I like travelling. A lot of people like travelling. It's amazing, and a lot of people watching are like, well, obviously, people love, it's nice to travel, but a lot of people don't like travelling for whatever reason, and a lot of people like just watching someone like myself when I'm travelling. That's been proven, and we know that anyway. Those of us that do watch live streaming on Periscope from time to time, there's a lot of people out there that do. They travel and they take their audience with them, and yeah, that's a great thing in my opinion, as someone who likes travelling. But definitely, I'll be returning across the pond at some point. Ideally, yesterday, but circumstances might not allow for that to happen in the more immediate future. But either way, the future is bright, so I'm told. Yes, that's probably because I'm going to switch the light on over there once I finish this broadcast. Yeah, I love all that techie stuff. Oh, glad you do that, Crawlers. Song is from The Clash. Should I stay or should I go? What did I say? Did I say the Beastie Boys? I think I said the Beastie Boys, and yes, of course, it was the Clash. What was the other one they sung? They sung plenty, but there's another one in my. Yeah, I wasn't a huge Clash fan, as you can tell, but yeah, I remember them. Certainly, the name the Clash. What's going on here? Interesting question. What? What's an interesting question? What you mean? Can I write my name on the refrigerator, please? That question. Well, I don't even know. Was it Russian? We didn't. I say we didn't see. Google told us what language that was. What was? Hang on a minute. What was the language that we translated? I'm pretty sure it was Russian, wasn't it? The font didn't quite look Russian to me when I first saw the comment. It looked more like Mongolian or something. Don't ask me why. It seemed a cross between, if there is such a language and a written language, a cross between Russian and sort of Chinese or something from the Far East. That's the only reason I say that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that down now. Going once, going twice, 3 times, gone. Just because it's with everything open on the computer, it's really, the fan starts going, the CPU starts really working hard. I know it can handle it, but yeah, if we can stop the fan. I don't know if you can hear the fan. Usually you would, but because I have the external microphone, is it? There we are. You can hear that. That's it. So that means it's much further away from the computer and all the noise that's actually happening there. Gandhi Chapandi has apparently joined us again, possibly, unless you've just been there and the technology's playing up again. Good, happy to hear it. Ameriski misses you. Absolutely, yeah, it does. I say that like that because I know there's quite a few people that are saying to me, return, return, return. Yeah. Your audio video are out of sync on both YouTube and Periscope for me anyway. No, Jeff, you've been on the sherry. You've been on the sherry, because if you just take a deep breath and count to 11, not too slowly, but not too fast, you will see that magically it was all an illusion, Jeff. Look, the synchronization is just fine. See what I did there? That's exactly what I was thinking might happen by using the other browser, the other windows on the computer that is actually broadcasting to you right now. Yes, it does do that. YouTube is fine for me, says Corolla. Wow, you are good, says Jeff Kearns. I try to behave myself, Jeff. Yes. Oh, yes. It's definitely good to be good. Oh, by the way, everyone, this is on my mind now. I need a chocolate fix. Literally, you know, I'm really hungering for chocolate. And what happened earlier on, when you couldn't write this, I was making something to eat, and I can't remember what was I doing. Anyway, there was a plate just on the lower level, on the working surface next to the sink, and I left it there. And as I went to go and do something, there must have been like, the vibration from the oven that was on made something sort of slide down from where it was. And as I say, you couldn't write this. No, honestly, it did happen. Seriously, it wasn't planned. But all of a sudden, before you know it, they landed. They just landed straight in front of me. They went donk like that onto the plate, and the plate already had ketchup on it. And I don't know how it didn't, but this went donk down, and the ketchup didn't quite splash over me at all. So I wiped this cardboard box of Jaffa Cakes, and then I said to myself, do you know what, that landed just at the right time. And yeah, so before this broadcast got underway, I made sure that this was on standby and standing by close to me, so that I could just do what I've just done there, which is take one of these awesome lemon and lime Jaffa Cakes out and do this as well. They are great. I bet you did you do this? I can't remember what you said when they arrived there in Ohio, the Jaffa Cakes. Did you dunk one or two in your hot drink? Did the competition end? No, it hasn't even started yet, Corolla. Seriously. I don't think you were with us on our last broadcast 24 hours ago. And I think it was Patty in Wisconsin. I've got a fly around here now wanting a bit of Jaffa Cake. Is that what you want from you? No, you've missed that. And you're lucky because, Fly, all right, if you're around the other day, we had the fruit shortbread thingy biscuits cookies, and they had dead flies in. And you're lucky because you may have joined them if we would have swatted you and then dunked one of those in the tea. You fixed it. Jeff, I can't believe that. I didn't see that, and I think that's a total coincidence, and that's hilarious that you've used that expression. And there you are. I did indeed fix it on the fly. That's why you're here, isn't it? Yeah, that's very good of you, Fly. You can't write this SH1T. No. That's a decent cup. I really needed that. I know. I don't say it if I don't mean it. Certainly on these broadcasts, when I say that is a great tasting cup of tea, and again I had to rush to get that sorted out before the broadcast went live. That wasn't why I was late. Oh no. And it's a strong cup of tea, that one as well. So what's going on? Let's have a look here. We say Jeff gave them all away to teachers. He's like that. Oh, yummy, I need one, Jeff. Do you think so? Well, Jeff, watch this space, because in the not too distant future, certainly with all the technology I've been playing with, and I showed you on the last broadcast, didn't I, with the software that I've been using and everything. What happened today, I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast that our technical director here, my technical mentor when it comes to things more IT than video, he kind of gave up on a new modem. You know, one of these 3G, 4G, they call them now MiFi modems, yeah, instead of Wi-Fi, because they are Wi-Fi, but they changed the mobile signal, the 3, 4, and now 5G. They change that signal, that data signal, to another type of internet connection, either Wi-Fi, so that your device can just latch onto it there and tether up to it, or in this case, this one, unfortunately I can't reach over, it's somewhere way over there, but this one also has a LAN connector out. So this is a huge development for us, and I'm going to go into some techie stuff soon once we have the new streaming kit, well, sort of 90-95% tested, and I'm almost there. In the next 48 hours we will be there, and it's awesome because it means that in the very near future I'll be mobile, out and about. Oh, and the great thing, hear this, I'm sure, Jeff, you'll be familiar with bonding, where you have two internet signals and you use them. Now there are devices out there which they have a fail-safe mechanism. I think I've mentioned this recently, so I'll keep it brief. So you've got two SIM cards in this MiFi mobile router, yeah, and the idea, of course, is that as soon as one SIM card stops working, maybe you just go out of range of the signal, the other one it switches over to it seamlessly. But that's not what we're looking for here. What we're looking for here is that's good. That's good. That's better than what I've had up until now when I've been out mobile. When I've been out mobile, I've only had these devices that just take one SIM card. And the problem is, as soon as even if it goes for a second, this signal, then that means that there's a pause and a blip on the broadcast. And of course, just prior to that, if the signal's going down gradually, it pixelates and it's awful. So what we've got here now, it would be good obviously if you have a device where it switches between at least two SIM cards, if not more. But there's a better thing out there now called bonding, which means that if both of them have a signal, it will aggregate the signals. It will put them together and make a bigger, fatter signal out of, say for example, if each one was only giving you 1 meg, upload. Remember, you're talking about upload when you're broadcasting, not download, because there's two ways with the internet, as you know. It's bi-directional. So if you've got 1 meg on each one, now you've got a signal that is 2 megs. So, and I have to remind you, the professional devices, they take anything from 2 SIM cards up to 8, and technically more if you want to put something together yourself, which I'm about to do. Anyway, we've got that technology now, so the mobile broadcasts in the future, and I can't believe I didn't say going forward, woohoo! But in the future, they are going to be really decent, particularly if we're somewhere and we're, you know, well, I'll explain more in the future. I'm not going to go into it any further because otherwise we'll be babbling here for ages. And I know a lot of people don't want to know about technology, really, not in that much detail anyway. But it's really, really amazing. I was reading one article today where the person who's a live streaming specialist, in the sense of working for companies and corporate entities, well, he had to do a quote once for somewhere, and he was saying it's like a TV broadcast with multiple cameras. He ended up quoting $20,000. This was 4 years ago, and this software that we're now using and all the other bits and pieces, it was all in its infancy. But back then he was sort of able to quote the client a tenth of what would have been the cost, so $2,000 instead of $20,000, and the job was a decent one. You know, it wasn't quite the same, different cameras, not as good quality, but it was good enough for what they needed to do. They weren't trying to produce some sort of feature film, drama, TV soap or music show. Their music show was one that was in a sort of a club or a live music venue, and it worked really, really well. And things have come a long way with all that technology, and certainly with computer processing power, you know, getting it all smaller into smaller spaces and everything. So it's all exciting times. And I am going to take the kit out, hopefully in the next 4 weeks, for a test run and cover a band or two as well. Me do, says Cradle. What's that word? Nice. I'm interested in your new gear. I want to know all about it. Excellent, Jeff. Well, keep following, because we will be broadcasting some shows like this that will be options and opportunities for people to ask questions, but I'll be just running over. I'm not going to go into it too much because that's already been dealt with by other people using similar, if not the same, technology. But if people have questions, then yeah, absolutely, I'll be able to ask them. But I'll show people the basic setup and what have you. I predict that fly being, you did, didn't you? Yes, indeed. Yeah, you better. Patty's got competition now with the old crystal balls and all that sort of stuff. Excuse me. Right, mentioned that video transmitter in a backpack that the pros use that have dual SIM cards. Yes, I did, Jeff. That is called, the brand is called Live U. Live letter U after it. And I think their website is liveu.tv. Go check it out more if you want. And if you don't know about them, I've just opened up a whole can of worms for you there. But Live U really have been making satellite trucks defunct. You know, you had to be close to the satellite truck somewhat when you're trying to perform a news report out in the field for a TV news channel, but not anymore. You can be anywhere now. These backpacks that they sell for circa, I think it's like $15,000 for a backpack. It sort of takes 6 SIM cards. You don't have to have 6, but you'd be silly not to have more than one. At least 2, because if you're only going to have one, then you might as well not have that backpack. You might as well, as I say, mobile cell phones take 1 SIM, and even, you know, there are other devices as well, professional ones that take 1. But that's the whole point now. You want reliability on a mobile internet signal, and it's great. You know, the last thing you'd ever want to do is work off of a Wi-Fi signal. Certainly, if you're in a public area like an expo. If you're in an expo, and the worst thing, and I'll mention this again in the future, is if you are live streaming at an expo, what you do is at least a week before you go to the venue to recce it, to just see what's going on down there and make sure you know what's what and where's what and where the PowerPoints are and what else you need to take with you 7 days later. Well, that's great, but when you go there, most people, they test the Wi-Fi signal and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. The speed is very, very fast. But of course what they forget is, on the day that they're broadcasting, they can't use that Wi-Fi signal because it's shared with all the public, you know, and it's free Wi-Fi for them while they're attending the expo. And of course, you can't do anything with it because it's so slow. Yeah, things are improving there, certainly at the top end expo centres these days, but you wouldn't even chance it now. But what we've got here, this device I was telling you about, the great thing is it it will aggravate, I'm sure, at some point. It aggregates up to, what does it do? Well, as I say, it takes the signal from 3 or 4G and converts it to Wi-Fi or to LAN. And so what you can do with that then is you can feed that now into your main encoder device that's broadcasting. And that device, in this case, it's going to be an iPad. Yeah, the iPad you can put on some software, and the software bonds the feed coming in that I've just described from this outside feed source, yeah, from the MiFi dongle that's serving you 3 and 4G either as a LAN or as Wi-Fi, and the iPad itself can have a SIM card in it, but whereas you normally switch it from one connection to the other, with a piece of software, then you're allowed to bond these signals together, and it's a huge advantage. You can have multiple, I mean, you can have Wi-Fi, LAN, and 3G, 4G, yeah, all those 3 signals working simultaneously, but you can have more. You can have another one, so another LAN, and I'm working on something as well now to bring in some more internet bandwidth, and more about the cheapest, most affordable device that LiveU sell at the moment costs around about $950 US, which it takes 2 SIM cards, the LiveU Solo. But I was going to go for one of those, but I've been trying to work out if it's a good move or not. I'm just seeing here. Look, I'll show you this. I really didn't expect to talk tech on this. Can't fire this up right now, people. But here's something. This is one of the first. It's like a cigarette packet, the size of this. I've shown you this, I think, before, a long time ago. This is an encoder, and the great thing is, all you have to do, you connect any HDMI signal to that HDMI there, anything from a video camera or from a vision switcher into that or out your computer. And once it goes in here, you configure this to broadcast to Facebook or YouTube or Periscope and other platforms, yeah? And that's it. So you can literally broadcast to the world. The only problem is that this works off of either LAN or Wi-Fi, or you can put a USB stick in here that takes a SIM card. What's the problem? Well, if you use the SIM card, again, it's only one SIM card in the USB stick. So it's more often than not going to give you a great signal. If you use the Wi-Fi, that's a bit of not only do you have the worry of the Wi-Fi, is it too fast or not, but also will you lose signal from the Wi-Fi from the antenna, you know, particularly if you move away from it and you're mobile with a camera. And then you've got the LAN connector. Well, then that means you can't be mobile. And you know, because you've got the wire there, cable there. But of course, as I was saying to you now, this is all changing. So that was the problem. The fact that this really only has, it can only work off of one internet signal, whereas the LiveView Solo has at least two. You can have more, but anyway. So guys and girls, I'm going to leave that there for now. Best thing to do is start talking about that once the once everything's a bit more well put together, the kit. And by the way, before you ask, Jeff, that older model of the Teradek Cube, that's what it's called, the Teradek Cube, that would set you back, goodness me, that was, I think it was something like $1,400 around about 6 years ago. But again, they've upped their game there now as well, and they have more modern similar devices. Right, I've been babbling on quite a bit now. The chat's just gone out the window, hasn't it? So I apologise for that, people, if I've missed some of your comments. And Jeff gave them all away. That was Jaffa Cakes. Yes, we've got. Looking forward to seeing all of it. I bet you are. That's why. So hot with you one time. Oh yes. Yes, Brenda. Yeah, I think you're talking about that little box that I just showed you, the encoder, the Teradek Cube. Yeah, it really does get hot, and it's very, it's a solid cast metal case that it's in. But yeah, absolutely, it was indeed getting hot. And I almost asked if it was a decoder. What? Hi, JJ, Brenda. What, Brenda? Hey, what? No, what's going on here? I'm psyched to see it, says Jeff. Right. Okay. And just trying to catch up on the chat. Nearly there. Jeff's definitely interested in the tech stuff. Good stuff, Jeff. And we'll be able to have a chat, literally. Now, not just you typing back, but we will indeed be able to have a chat at some time in the future as well on here, and you'll be able to chat with any guests I have as well, people. So more about that as it happens. Oh dear, look at me. When I was leaning over there, my face was cut off because of the just seeing the replay just slightly out there. My goodness me, people, what's going on? Wayfinder Guru, thanks for joining us on Periscope. Anyone new on Periscope? It's an order. It's an order that you follow me. Oh yeah, because otherwise you're doing yourself no favours if you don't. Oh yeah. And speaking of which, winners. That's what you can be, is winners. And someone did ask a little while ago, Corolla, has the competition ended? No. The competition, if you want to win yourself an Apple iSponge, or what? Yeah, yeah. The Apple iSponge, there we are. It still awaits a new home. Yeah, along with two of these. There's one of them. The other one's shaped like a cactus. The Lollipop headphone splitter, earphone splitter. Yeah, this end here somewhere, where is it? That there, it plugs into your mobile digital device, or even a desktop for that matter. And then on the end you've got your two holes there of the icicle popcorn thingy, and you put your headphones in there, and you can have two sets of headphones at the same time. And if you want to win that, so there's three things, because there's also the cactus version. I don't think it's easily accessible here. I make a mistake, because there it is. Right, so if you want to win those three items, all you got to do is tell me the answer to the question, which is, I'm only going to say it once. I'm only going to say the question once. In fact, I'll give you the example first. The example is, because it's the same sort of logic, if you see a man on the floor and he's on one knee, what would you expect his name to be, ideally? And the answer is Neil. Right? In the same way, if you tell someone something in confidence and you want them to keep it a secret and tell nobody else, what would you expect their name to be, ideally? And I don't mean cousin, mum, dad, brother, sister. People have been asking that, particularly mum. But I mean, what is their name? As in, it's a girl's name. That's the clue we've given so far. And we've had quite a few guesses. If you want to win, send me your answer. It's a woman's name, girl's name, and send me your answer on Twitter, please. Direct message on Twitter, and my Twitter account is my name. So if you head over to Twitter and stick that in there, then it's twitter.com. Oh dear. Did that sort of flick on and off? I think it did. And it was, yes, there you are. You got my name. Stick that on the end of the Twitter website, twitter.com/Martin Shine, and follow me. You've got to follow me on Twitter as well if you want to be that winner. So follow, send me the DM with your answer. If you've forgotten the question already and you're not too sure, you can always replay this. Oh yeah. Right, no winners yet. And the answer to the question which was asked earlier is the competition, has it finished? It will only finish now. It's a rolling competition. It'll only finish when someone submits the correct answer, and we've enunciated and announced a winner. I have restored a single person I know if they know the answer to this. Oh, okay. Every single person you've been asking. Why would that be? You've lost me there. Why you would do that? You're curious about the answer. Brenda, the reason that box that I was showing you earlier on gets so hot, warm, hot, is just they've made it in such a way that it does when it's in constant use. It's like a computer processor inside there, yeah? It's basically, I mean, because you can broadcast with something called OBS, which is a free to download software. Jeff will be familiar with OBS. A lot of gamers use it because that's how they put the picture of the game that they're playing. They broadcast it out online and then they have their face next to it, or it's superimposed. And it's also, we're using a similar software here, which is the one that allows us to also put graphics on the screen with my name and also the chat there. So yeah, just like a computer, you can put on various programs and make the computer do various different things depending on what program's loaded. With that box, it's basically like a computer, but it has just the one program on it that tells it it is an encoder and that it should be broadcasting video here, there and everywhere, depending on what website you tell it to broadcast to. You can actually buy another one. So if you don't want to broadcast directly from wherever you are, from your camera, onto YouTube, for example, if you wanted to broadcast back to your TV studio and then they'd mix that all into their programming and then it would go out to their transmitters and on cable and on the internet, then you can buy another box so we broadcast it from there. That's the transmitter, TX, to a receiver, to a decoder. That is the encoder. So I don't know, you mentioned something about that. But ha 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 ha, says Brenda. Someone just tickled your fancy. What's going on there? Right, excellent stuff. Do you know, I cannot believe how fast the time has gone. I've been babbling too much about tech, which I didn't intend to do. There's also, somewhere along the line, oh yeah, Kath Howard. How are you doing, Kath? I'm glad I remembered to mention Kath. She sent me a message the other day. Oh yeah. No chance of taking that easy, that one. No chance at all. That is lovely. I'm going to have a bit of sip of the tea, excuse me. Yeah, Brenda, I don't think it can damage as such. I mean, anything can be overworked and eventually break and crash and all that stuff. But it is made to be robust. But you know, the more work it has to do, the longer it's left on broadcasting, the higher the bit rate, which makes the quality of the picture better and the audio. Then that can make it work extra hard and heat up. It's amazing. A lot of people that have owned one of these have always been initially they're like, wow, is it supposed to be that hot and get that hot? Well, yes, they do, and I say they're fine. That translation process is a very intensive process, and it makes the yeah, exactly, Jeff. Yeah. Well, no, there's that, but the thing is, if you really want the tech behind it, what was going on there, when I opened up my browser, it was closed, because I made sure I closed it before the broadcast. But when I opened up the browser, which was Firefox, there are a lot of tabs open from the previous session, if you know all about that. And I knew that was going to happen, and I was aware, and I had to be aware that it might be too much, and you know, and slow things down a bit. And the reason I could have closed tabs, but I didn't want to, because I need to use those tabs later on, and I haven't bookmarked the pages that they're all open on. So now you know, Jeff. Now in fact, I've got two browsers, and I was going to open up the other one because it hasn't as many tabs to open as default when it first opens up the program, but I didn't want to, because for various reasons it was easier for me to use the one that had more tabs. Interesting, says Brenda. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. Boring, says many people I know. Hey, you know what? It's Sunday the 29th of September 2019. Right now, here in England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland, Holland, France, Spain, Turkey. It's way ahead now. I think Turkey, I think they're 2 hours ahead, maybe. Yes, I'm pretty sure that Turkey right now, it's 2 hours ahead of British summertime, and could be 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 2. So leave it there. But whatever it is, it's 11 minutes past the hour wherever you are. Oh yeah, as we broadcast live, 11 minutes past midnight here in London, England, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Scotland, and as I was saying before as well, Cardiff, Wales, Belfast, Northern Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, and all these other places. Right, we're not going to mention, we're back to cities again, aren't we? Nobody asked me to spill the beans on the answer to the question about cities at any time. I mean, Brenda had a good old guess earlier on, but we went off at a tangent, and no one pulled me back on track. Lucky I remembered, huh? So the reason a city is known as a city, in England certainly, is if it has a cathedral. Yeah. And Chelmsford is the capital city of the county of Essex. It has a fantabulous cathedral from the outside. Awesome. I saw it up close for the first time about 3 months ago. It was really decent. I don't think I shared any pictures with you guys and girls on here at the time. In fact, it might have been when I wasn't broadcasting for a while. I'm pretty sure it was actually. And so I want to go and see inside. I guess I should check out some pictures online first and do some research. But I'm not too far from that place still, so it might be worth paying another visit at some point and heading inside. And it was a really nice sunny day when I went down there. You couldn't have had a better day, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to have anything like that day. Well, definitely not if I try and visit anytime soon, because winter is certainly setting in fast. It's been a really nasty, rainy, cold, wet evening. It was Saturday evening. As I say, it's now Sunday morning technically, but yeah, the day was good though, nice and sunny here. I love to research everything to learn how things work. Good, Jeff, good, excellent. Well, keep your eyes on these broadcasts, and I will try and keep you up to speed on that technology that we're going to be using. What, really? Well, that's cool. The next time I visit, I plan to see more of the old architectures, castles and such. Yeah, that's the trouble. When I've said to people before, you know that, Brenda, that when you're visiting London for the first time, you know, try and, well, the trouble is some people might visit for the first time from Europe. It's only a quick journey here from certain countries such as France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Holland, even Scandinavia and Germany. But people might, if they're only here for 4 days, they might want to focus on the city, which I understand. But there are some great places not too far out of the centre of the city. And Essex, what a great county. As I've just said, and as you know, it has the oldest city, Colchester, and then there's the capital city, which is Chelmsford. And yeah, there's so many places to explore. The damn friggin' fly is still here. I'm not sure you saw it on there, probably not. Yeah, what's going on Periscope? I do apologise, Periscope. Cathedral, who said that? Rosie Samantha said Cathedral. Didn't even know she was there on Periscope. Did you think, oh, goodness me, Rosie. Ben's list is there as well. What's going on here? Wait a minute. They've been there for quite a while. Thanks for joining us on there. Where did you hear of the hey, well, where did you hear of the what do you mean, Rosie Samantha? Do you mean where did I get the idea for the question from? If you meant that, well, I thought of it myself, actually. It's one of the that's why that's why I was confident. Somebody asked me recently, yeah, I'm going to go and check it out on the internet, or will I find it or I can't find it on the internet. Well, I'd be very surprised if you do find it on the internet. It was just one of those things that sort of came to mind. I'm like, well, there's an interesting fact or sort of conundrum for a competition, you know. And yeah, there you are. It's a martinshine.com exclusive. Hey Ben, how you doing? Ben's lists. I've been trying to Google it. It's so frustrating. Oh right, you have. Right, okay. I don't want to. Hey, what's going on here? Ben's list says, yeah. Oh, so, I thought. Sorry, Rosie Samantha. I'm just seeing. How are you? Yo. Yoi's doing good. Don't know where Yoi is though. And I'm doing good as well, Benzist. I thought I just had to double take on that. Right, back to the Rosie Smith. I've been trying to Google it. It's so frustrating. There's a joke there somewhere. Yes, Googling can be very frustrating when you're trying and it's not happening. I don't want the prizes. I just want the answer. LOL. Hands up. Oh, dearie me. Nah. Cathedral, Rosie Samantha was telling us about the answer. I think she actually did answer that before I gave the answer away. She wouldn't have just, you wouldn't have just done that, would you, Rosie Samantha? Just typed it on there because I've just given the answer away. No. Rosie and Ben, come to YouTube. Well, we're leaving here soon anyway, everyone. Yeah, we've got to. It's getting late. Again, I'm feeling really tired now after this. It was the last of my energy for this part of the 24-hour cycle before, you know, the next bit starting now. Obviously, 17 minutes past midnight, and it starts, I think, with sleep. I could have gone back to my work and just finished. You know, what else have we got to do? Just trying to think what we've got to do on the main setup that we're trying to. I'm trying to put together here for broadcasting, multi-camera on live streaming, and really, the next thing I can't. There's not really much. Technically, it's all there, ready to go. We've got a 1, 2. Definitely easily got a 2-camera shoot. Possibly, but stroke 3, 4. And I say that because the device, the iPad, which is the control center, nerve center of all this. Obviously, it's got a camera on it. You can use that. But if it's sort of set up to the side or something, it won't be framed and focused necessarily to be used as an ideal shot and camera. So, if we exclude that, we're down to 2 cameras really, although there's another little device that I could use with a camera on it, but it's not necessarily so reliable. But we're working on all that, and slowly and surely we'll be building on that. The system can take up to 9 cameras before you asked, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous broadcast, but yeah, just trying to read your mind there, Jeff. And I've been working on audio issues today. How do you inject audio into the iPad? And well, recently, no, it's not here. I had a hub delivered. Oh, hello. I'm just, yes, don't worry. I wouldn't kill a fly. I'm just applauding the fly for, hey, well done, fly, for, yeah, on the fly, just passing by and catching us. Goodness me, how annoying. Frigging things. See, it's all right now. Yeah, if that was a cat or a dog, yeah, or a budgerigard, yeah, you'd be telling me, don't do that, don't kill the, you can kill the fly, but don't injure the animal. It's cruelty to animals. But swat a fly, no problem. What is that all about? Hey, yeah. Like a name the tune night, says Brenda. Somehow you should incorporate music into the broadcast. That would be cool. Yeah, no, there's no question about it. I mean, you know how much fun it was when we were doing the radio show a few months ago, Brenda. And even before that, we knew it was fun because we were waking up the United States of America on certain mornings about, you know, scary, frightening. It was like 2.5 years ago when we were on that busker platform. Oh dear. Oh, dear, I nearly vomited there. I think you get what I'm saying there. Yes, that old platform with the management that were there. Anyway, less said about that, the better. We have other things far better to be wasting our energy on right now. And that's the point. It's not wasting it either. Start saying goodbye to each other, everyone, because we're going to go in a couple of minutes. You said it as I typed it, says Ray. Oh, right, gotcha. Yeah, the answer to the what makes a city a city. Yeah, cathedral. I agree with Brenda. Some background music would be good. Oh, here we go. Yes, right. Okay, so yeah, you're all fed up with this voice. So you want me to do what I've thought about for a while, which is people often when they do their broadcast, they have a little bit of music just bubbling away there in the background, yeah, whatever it is. The reason I haven't done that is because often what people do, they have another device and it comes out the speaker and they just turn it down a bit and they play a little bit of music. The problem I have is I like to do it, you know, too perfectly. Yeah, that's me, the recovering perfectionist, and so I haven't done that up until now. And it could have a little bubble of music, a music bed as they call it, underneath. But I just didn't think it wasn't essential. It hasn't been essential, has it? You see, and well, let's face it. If you want a bit of music on while I'm talking right now, you could always stick on one of those lift elevator music radio channels on your other device and have that on in the background while all this babble's going on. Yeah, whereas if I stuck the music on, you don't have the option of taking it off then. So there you are, just food for thought in that response, I'm sure. That was more like yeah, I think I said, Brenda, 2.5 years, didn't I? 2016, 17. I think you're probably right though. Let me have a, yeah, it was about 2016, 17, between the summers of. So therefore, yeah, we're looking at 2.5 years ago. How scary that is, and time flies. I just reminded myself as well, one of the grievances I had with those guys at the live streaming, that failed live streaming platform. They had their, do you remember I think you were around, Brenda, they announced their Christmas party for a select few broadcasters. I was one of those, and I received the email and it said, please don't tell everyone and let the cat out the bag because not everyone's been invited. And I remember that because a lot of people were upset at the Christmas party because certain other people weren't invited, and those that weren't invited that felt they should have been had found out about it as well. And I remember some lies were told, and I was quick to remind people that actually you know, there was an active cover-up in progress to stop everyone knowing about it. And yeah, blatant lies were told. Anyway, again, let's forget about the negativity and talk about the positivity now, which is the fact that it's Sunday the 29th of September 2019. Right now, here, it'll be the same for everyone in a few hours' time if it's not where you are already. Well, the great thing about today is it's an 11 day to a 9. Yeah, that's the great thing about if 11's your number, you get 2 bites every month of the cherry and of the cake. Yeah, on the 11th and on the 29th, and that's the same. Not for many other numbers. I guess if it's a 10, or so if you're a 1, so you get it on the 1st and on the 10th. Yeah, so you get a 1 day. And the other thing to mention, of course, as I was saying goodbye, it was 22 minutes past the hour of midnight. But the fact that it's the 29th is frigging good, everybody. Excellent stuff, eh? Good night, sleep well, Doe Martin. Thank you, Carola. I know, and keep well, and I hope everything's going well there in those sort of terms and health wise. And that I don't quite know where you are yourself, on the scale. I don't know whether what was going on. I don't know what was going on at all before. I don't need to know that unless you care to tell us. That's something that a lot of people would rather not. Totally understandable. But the point is, I'm saying I don't know whether it's something that you need to monitor and is ongoing, or whether it's just completely gone now. And I hasten to add as well, something I really, really want to talk about. Last week was one of the craziest weeks for me. I'm glad we're through it. It wasn't pleasant midweek. What was it on Tuesday and Wednesday? But certainly on Tuesday afternoon. I shan't be forgetting that anytime soon. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. But tons to talk about, people, and that's the problem. I've got work to do and work towards, and plenty to be doing, and personal stuff to be sorting out as well. So to have these conversations, these go on, these broadcasts go on enough as it is already, with us all having fun and just general chit chat. But when we start focusing on some of these topics, it's going to be very difficult to sort of say, right, everybody, the hour's up, or the 2 hours, or however long we talk for, an hour and 11 minutes, whatever. That they can go. We can always pick up again, obviously, where we left off. But still, some of these, there's often the topics. There's always these topics where they don't necessarily have an answer. And it's just, some people see the glass as half full, some see it half empty, and there are those that will even give you a completely different third view as well, which is often why we like to listen to this stuff, because just when you thought, yeah, you've got the options there, and there are no others, someone else comes along with their view, and you think, well, hang on a minute, they have got a point there. So there we go. Glad you are through it. Moving forward, I'm not actually through it, Brenda. I'd be lying to myself if I was totally through it. But I'm managing it, dealing with it, and doing very well myself, if I say so. As we all are, really, to get to where we are right now. Now, life is not easy. If it is, then I would suggest maybe you're not doing as much as you should be doing. You know? You've got to push yourself a bit, but certainly don't want to push yourself over the edge. And yes, you never know when that's going to happen. You really don't. So thanks everyone for the good wishes. I'll just check out Periscope quickly and see that. What am I doing? Hang on a second. Comments over there on Periscope. I agree with Brenda. Some background music. Yeah, we got that. Good night, take or Rosie Samantha. Yeah, absolutely, Rosie Samantha. I hope things have been going good, by the way, where you are, because I think it's been a bit damp today, hasn't it? Just like it has where I am. Essex has certainly been a bit of a monsoon later in the evening of Saturday, and the roads. You know that. When the cars and vehicles go past, you could get that sort of. Just from the tyres on the puddles and the damp tarmac. I think that's what's going on in and around much of the southeast, if not the rest of the United Kingdom right now. Okay, night, Brenda, says Rosie Samantha, and I'm sure Brenda says good night to you, Rosie, because she said good night to everyone, don't you, Brenda? And say good nights now, people. And of course, I'm forgetting. See, Rosie can see your comments on the screen there, Brenda, but you can't see Rosie's comments. So Rosie can say what she wants about you, Brenda, and you wouldn't know a thing. Brenda's going to, no doubt, double check. She's going to be whizzing over to Periscope soon, I think, and replaying the whole thing just to be nosy and see all the comments on. Look. Is that right, Brenda? Maybe not. Maybe. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yeah, we're halfway through it, and for me, certainly it's been positive, as I say, and raining on and off all day. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad this has helped to brighten things up a bit, I think, Rosie, Samantha. Thank you very much indeed for being there. Thank you again to Carola. Thank you to Brenda and Jeff. Nosy Techie Jeff. Did I say that, Jeff? I did, but it's good to be nosy. It depends on the intent and for the reasons, and everything with our community right now. Very good. Don't know where Gandhi Japandi is. Hasn't said much on Periscope. Was here earlier on. Ben's list as well. But I don't see much else from Ben's list. But there you go. Not that it's a problem. Far from it. If I don't go now, oh look, it's 29 minutes past midnight on Sunday, the 29th of September, 2019. That is definitely time for me to say au revoir. It's a very good time to say goodbye. So on that note, we'll press that button, that one there. What the fly gets in my way one final time. I wish you a good sleep when it comes around, people, if it's not coming around immediately, like for myself, as soon as I hit this button. I'll catch you, if not before, all being well, in about 23 hours' time. Bye-bye for now.